special session after he outlines his proposal in the annual State of the County address that is happening tonight. When all this happens and we get all the details, we will let you know. Wings News Time 7:07. Mayor of the Ukrainian port city of Mariupol says that more than 10,000 civilians have died in the Russian siege of his city, and that the full death toll could actually be more than double that number. Mayor Vadim Boychenko says corpses carpeted the streets. Russian forces brought mobile cremation equipment in to dispose of the bodies before proper accounting of war crimes can be done. As new atrocities are discovered every day in Ukraine, President Biden is urging one of America's closest allies to take a harder line against Russia's invasion.
India says it's appealing for peace between Moscow and Kyiv.
The situation in Ukraine is very worrying.
But as he spoke virtually with President Biden through an interpreter, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi remains under pressure to put pressure himself on Russia. India has stayed neutral, raising concerns here at the White House and drawing praise from Moscow. In trying to persuade Modi to do more, the president citing a deep connection between Americans and Indians.
Ties of family, of friendship, and of shared values.
Earlier at the Pentagon, Defense Chief Lloyd Austin gave the same message to his counterpart, saying Indian leadership is vital to keeping world order.
So too is the U.S.-India defense partnership and our collaboration with like-minded partners.
Sagar Magani at the White House.
Now this message, injured in an accident. Call Zalman, Schnerman, and Miner, 1-800-LAW-LINE. That's 1-800-LAW-LINE. Winds News Time 7:09, traffic, transit, and AccuWeather up next.
A while back, we at AmericanEagle.com were asked to build the e-commerce site of a major candy distributor. With the need for a website that could take into account everything from shipping times to local weather, because, you know, candy melts, the task was not like taking candy from a baby. Fortunately, we live for a good digital challenge and free bonbons. So we got to work on a slew of complex integrations, including a shipping algorithm that factored in variables like distance, speed, and location. The website even let the end customer personalize their candy for special events, like weddings or, you know, major website launches. When all was said and done, our client enjoyed a significant increase in traffic, which we were also well prepared for, and an increase in average order size. A sweet result indeed. For complex e-commerce sites, digital marketing, UX, and more, talk to the experts at AmericanEagle.com. Don't just grow, soar.
Now this message. We're here with Michael Barish of Barish and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community. So 20 years after 9/11, so many people were in Lower Manhattan either on that day or in the months that followed, and incredibly, people still don't know that they're entitled to free lifetime health care.
I think the biggest challenge is getting the word out there to the non-responders, the 300,000 office workers, the 25,000 downtown residents, and the 50,000 students and teachers. They were breathing the same toxic dust, they're getting the same illnesses, yet they're not enrolling in the free health program or the compensation fund.
Let's talk about people who are currently healthy. Can they also enroll?
Not only can they, but they should apply because the government requires proof that you were there. So every year that goes by, it gets harder and harder for people to prove that they were in the exposure zone. Register now. Enroll in the health program now. Protect yourself.
Contact Barish and McGarry today at 911awards.com. That's 911awards.com.
Winds News Time 7:11, traffic and transit. Here's Greg Rice.
Now, LIRR expects some delays right now in and out of New York Penn because of earlier switch trouble in one of the East River tunnels. They're going to cross under on the E7 train if that works for you, but either way, 20 to 30 minute delays right now in and out of New York Penn on the LIRR. Shouldn't affect anybody else. Southbound side of the FDR Drive, everybody's affected by a breakdown in the middle lane coming down past East 79th, and that's from the RFK. The avenues or the west side provide a better ride. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Citybound side of the George really got better pretty quick tonight, all things considered. Nothing awful on the outbound ride, just a little extra company on either side of Manhattan. Lincoln's okay either way, in the Holland Tunnel, no more than a few either way. Northbound Sawmill River Parkway before the cross county right and center lanes are out with a wreck. You got a mess all the way back into the Bronx onto the Henry Hudson Deegan thruway combination. No, it's not perfect, but it's going to be a whole lot better for you through the Bronx and getting up and into Westchester County so far tonight. Queenstown, Throgneck, the worst of it out of the Bronx. I'm Greg Rice on X Report at 721 on 1010 Winds.
Sloman's is offering a free home security system and installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. Call 833-933-SAFE. That's 833-933-SAFE.
Now the AccuWeather 4-day forecast from meteorologist Terry Schwindenhammer.
Well, we're going to turn out mostly cloudy as we head through the night today. We'll drop to a low of 50 degrees. Some showers moving on through later on tonight into early tomorrow morning. But by the afternoon, much warmer as sunshine returns to high 72. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, the low 53. A bit cooler, but still comfortable on Wednesday. Intervals of clouds and sunshine to high 64. Then breezy and warmer again on Thursday with intervals of clouds and sunshine. A couple of showers and even a thunderstorm around in the afternoon and evening, the high 76. Temperatures will stay in the 60s along the coast. It's 53 and partly cloudy in Central Park, humidity 50%. The wind south at 12 miles an hour. 53 going down to 50 in Midtown. On AccuWeather's Terry Schwindenhammer on New York's weather station, 1010 Wind.
New COVID concerns. That's next. Wednesday News Time 7:13.
It's been 7 years since Pastor Billy Richards was treated successfully for prostate cancer by Perlmutter Cancer Center, the world's #1 CyberKnife program. After 5 treatments in 1 week, Pastor Billy went right back to leading his Brooklyn congregation.
CyberKnife is truly a blessing to me, my family, and my ministry. If you have prostate cancer, I urge you to look into CyberKnife.
For an appointment, call 833-1-CYBER. That's 833-ONECYBR.
The Pediatric Cancer Foundation is hosting their biggest fundraising event of the year, PCF Walks, on April 24th, 10 a.m. at Brunswick School in Greenwich, Connecticut. This is a fun-filled event featuring food trucks, a DJ, live music, refreshments, and children's activities. Participate by donating, registering as an individual walker, or joining a team to help raise money and awareness for childhood cancer. To get involved or donate in the first annual PCF Walks, just visit tcfcares.org.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Granger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Here at Total Wine & More, you'll find what you love and love what you find.
I like this flavored gin, but want something new.
You'll love this one. Find what you love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More. Pickup and delivery available at TotalWine.com. Drink responsibly. B21.
Wednesday News Time 7:15. Another sign of COVID concern. Columbia University reinstating its mask mandate, though this time only for classrooms.
Columbia had dropped the mandate less than a month ago. But now Dr. Donna Lynn, the school's COVID response director, says they're bringing it out of an abundance of caution.
We've actually seen a near tripling, we haven't announced this yet, of the number of students testing positive for the week of April 4th.
And Columbia students we spoke with, including Leah, understand requiring masks in class.
I'm sad because it was time to have it like back as normal, but if it's mandatory and it's better for our health.
Rochester and 1010 wins at Columbia University.
Meanwhile, the new White House COVID response coordinator says an extension of the federal mask mandate on planes, trains, and buses could be extended. Dr. Ashish Jha notes it could continue beyond the expiration now planned next Monday. Cases on the rise in Philadelphia. That city is restoring an indoor mask mandate in an effort to stop the spread. Meanwhile, the government is warning people to be on the lookout for new COVID variants in wildlife.
Citing concerns over new coronavirus variants that are mutating in American wildlife and could spread back to humans, the CDC is now urging health authorities to ramp up their efforts to regularly track the spread of the virus in animals. The shift in guidance comes as officials from across the country have been huddling to strategize over the potential threat where the virus could hide and mutate and then reemerge in humans. It echoes similar recommendations last month from the World Health Organization, which called out the risk posed by the virus circulating among North American deer.
Correspondent Matt Piper. Wednesday News Time 7:16. Kmart used to be everywhere, from Penn Station to Paramus, Astor Place to Jersey City. Now they're gone, and after this week, only 3 Kmart stores will remain open in the entire country. after a Kmart in Avenel, New Jersey shuts down on Saturday.
Before Amazon and Walmart and Target took over, Americans shopped at Kmart. There were once 2,000 of them, selling everything from school supplies to candy to sporting goods to tires, and enticing shoppers with in-store blue light specials.
Get down with Kmart for low prices. Blue light always.
Kmart once sold products by celebrities and famous designers, sponsored NASCAR races, and was mentioned in movies and songs. But years of falling sales and tired, faded stores, along with changing shopping habits and the low prices of Walmart, all took their toll on Kmart, and even a merger with Sears and the protection of a bankruptcy court couldn't stop the inevitable.
Christopher Cruz there. After the Avenel store closes, the last 3 Kmarts will be open in Westwood, New Jersey, Bridgehampton, Long Island, and Miami. Jury selection begins in the $50 million libel suit by Johnny Depp against his ex-wife.
Depp is suing her for a 2018 Washington Post op-ed the actress wrote, in which she discussed domestic violence but didn't name her ex-husband. Heard's lawyers argue she deserves protection from libel because the article dealt with a matter of public interest. Depp's lawyers say it falsely implies she was abused by him. The accusations are untrue and have made it difficult for him to get work. Both are in court and scheduled to testify along with numerous other Hollywood stars. Depp was allowed to sue in Virginia because the paper's online editions are published through servers there. I'm Julie Walker.
Actor Sean Penn says he considered fighting for Ukraine, taking up arms against Russia. Tells Hollywood Authentic magazine he was in the country filming a documentary, which was not originally intended to be about the invasion. But after being there and spending time with President Volodymyr Zelensky, he actually considered suiting up and defending the country. Crossed his mind, he says, and then the reality of his age, lack of training, skills, and body armor settled him into instead leveraging his celebrity to encourage others to help through his nonprofit core, now helping refugees who have fled to Poland. Wednesday time, 7:19. Top stories next.
Do you have bad credit but need a new car? Call Credit Solutions, a division of Hudson Hyundai. It's easy to apply right over the phone. Call 800-951-4221. Hudson Hyundai has over 425 vehicles in stock. Stop hunting and start driving a new Hyundai today. Tier 1 customers can drive a new Hyundai Tucson, Santa Fe, Palisade, or even the all-new fully electric Ioniq 5 with only $68 down. That's just $68 down on over 425 cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock. Call 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221. And all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance, an America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Call Hudson Hyundai in Jersey City for a pre-approval. 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221. Or HudsonHyundai.com. Payments will vary. Credit severity affects approval. See dealer for details.
The relentless pursuit of the stories that matter to you. 10-10 wins.
All news, all the time. This is 10-10 wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
53 degrees, partly cloudy at 7:20. Good evening, I'm Lane Gajardi. Here's what's happening. Police involved shooting this morning in Astoria, Queens. New Jersey moves to allow some medical marijuana dispensaries to sell pot for recreational use. President Biden takes steps to clamp down on ghost guns, like the one used in the death of a teenage girl in the Bronx last week. World Health Organization now tracking 2 new subvariants of the Omicron strain, BA4, BA5. Britney Spears reveals she's pregnant with her 3rd child. Sports, Yankees hosting the Blue Jays just getting underway tonight. The Mets are up 3-0 in the top of the 2nd down in Philly. AccuWeather turning out mostly cloudy, low 50 tonight. A couple of showers around late tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Wednesday time, 7:21. Traffic Frantic with Greg Rice.
Well, back to the east side of town, southbound FDR Drive coming down towards East 71st. Still loaded with a stall in the middle lane to mess with the RFK. At this hour, you don't have to go all the way to the west side. The avenue should do the job just fine. Just don't go all the way to 7th Avenue. Over at 43rd Street there, everything's still closed on 7th Avenue because of yesterday's issue with that manhole in Times Square, and a little further downtown and further back east, 5th Avenue over near East 33rd Street. You got a couple of left lanes knocked out with an ongoing investigation. Citybound George is fine. Nothing outbound is really tough right off of the George. Eastbound Cross Bronx, a bit bunched up to Jerome, and the northbound Deegan a bit slow to Fordham Road, but deal with that because the Henry Hudson Sawmill combination, that's a standstill until you get past a wreck on the northbound Sawmill River Parkway before the Cross County. That has the right and center lanes knocked out. Eastbound side of the BQE right at the Battery Tunnel, crash in the right lane backing you up from the Prospect, and then the BQE bad like always over to that Brooklyn Bridge with that long-term pattern limiting you to 2 lanes. I'm Greg Rice. Our next report at 7:31 on 1010 Wins.
For the past 50 years, Grow NYC has been at work in every borough, building community gardens, composting, and recycling, and providing New Yorkers with access to fresh, nutritious food. Go to Grow NYC today and join the pursuit of clean, green, healthy environments.
A man with a machete shot by police this morning in Astoria, Queens.
2 different stories between Brianna Cortez, who called 911 on her boyfriend, and police. NYPD Chief of Department Kenneth Corey.
She went on to say that he had taken a lot of pills, was saying that he wanted to die, and was holding a machete in his hands.
But Cortez says she was arguing with the father of their 3-year-old son and wanted police to get him to leave her mother's apartment on 33rd Street near Broadway.
There was no machete, nothing.
Police claimed they were trying to get her mother away from him, a taser not working on him, and an officer shooting the 27-year-old in the groin.
There was no taser. Reach for his gun. Bang, bang.
Cortez says the shooting happened with their son in the apartment. Meanwhile, police say a long history of domestic calls between the two and restraining orders. Samantha Leapman, 1010 Wins in Astoria.
NYPD has new video of suspects wanted in connection with a shooting in Castle Hill. Police say 3 men showed up after a man got into an argument last Thursday afternoon with a woman near Lafayette Avenue and Castle Hill Avenue. One of the men started shooting, hitting 2 cars nearby, but missing the guy they were shooting at. You can see the video of the suspects at 1010wins.com, along with instructions on how to leave an anonymous tip if you recognize them.